As you guys know, I cover a lot of PC parts on the channel, but today we're looking at the thing that puts the parts together. So this is the Hotu Precision Screwdriver Kit Pro. A little bit of a mouthful. These guys reached out to me a couple of weeks back after I've been following them on Instagram for a little while, asking if I wanted to look at their kits. So today we've got this one to look at, so let's get it open. So we've got a full list on the back if you want to take a little bit of a pause. It seems very bright, but hopefully you'll be able to read that if you do want to have a little bit of a look. But of course, we'll cover the things as we go. So this is very similar to the iFixit kits. Obviously, the companies do copy each other quite a lot. And iFixit is pretty much the go-to for repair tools and things. This is the ProTech toolkit, and you'll see a lot of similar things in the one that I'm about to look at. Which is what I'm going to be comparing it against. But there is one big difference that's included with the Hotu one, which is a automatic screwdriver. So let's get it open and have a little look. So price wise, at the time of recording, this is £78. The ProTech toolkit from iFixit is £69. Nice. So just something to just remember as a bit of a benchmark. So opening up, we've got a, wow, really thick manual. I'm guessing all different languages. Yep. So we've got that. Look at that. Nice booklet. We have got a anti-static bracelet on the left hand side, so you just clip it onto something like your PSU and then put that around your wrist. You can do it also around your ankle as well. To be honest, I haven't used one of these in all the time that I've been building PCs on this channel. I've never had a problem with ESD. I don't think it's really that much of a concern anymore. Of course, if you want to protect yourself and be ultra safe, then feel free to use one. But like the Linus Tech Tips video showed, it takes an awful lot of voltage to affect parts nowadays. They have got a lot better with ESD prevention. So personally, not something that I'd use, but it's there if you want it. In the right hand side, we have got a USB cable. This is to charge the screwdriver, but it's not just a case of plugging the screwdriver in. So about 18 inches or so. That's a USB type A to type C. Yellow themed, which is their kind of jam. And then we have got the toolkit itself. So going around, we've got a clamshell like design. This actually reminds me of those Windows little games consoles you can get. It feels a very similar form factor. And we've got a little peel just to actually open it up. Didn't come away cleanly at all there. It's not actually like a part of the case, it's just a residue from the label, so we'll have to get that off with some spray. On the right hand side of this, we have got the USB cable, and that is for your charging port. So just going like that, and then that will magnetically charge the screwdriver that's inside rather than actually plugging the screwdriver in itself. So then open it up, we have got, it kind of goes to 45 degrees. We've got some information about the parts that are inside. I'll cover those off for you. So a little bit of like rubber. This has got some dimensions on the side if you need to use it for measuring. And then on the other side, just a bit of information about keep out of reach of children. Little tips for the screwdriver, so manually twist it for a higher torque. And then prevent electrostatic discharge by grounding yourself. And organise small items to avoid loss and risks. Right, getting that out of the way. So as you can see inside, we have very similar selection to what you'll see in iFixit kit. We've got some spudges. We've got some different types of tweezers. I can't remember what this is called, the iFixit version, but we've got a similar one here. Just a really easy way to pry around any cases or components that you want to open up. Got two different types of tweezers, so your standard straight ones. Then below that, we've got some slightly curved ones. It's really hard to see on camera, but they've got a slightly turned edge to them. I'm not sure whether that's on purpose or whether they've just been bent in the actual box. They do look like they don't fit together on purpose, so I'm going to guess that that's something that's happened in shipping, or just when I took it out. We've got a spudger, so like the iFixit kit, slightly longer, but very much the same kind of thing. And then we've got one of the other shaped ones above that as well, that again matches the iFixit one, just again a little bit longer. The very top tool is a matte black over the stainless on the iFixit kit. Personally, I do love the matte black. It does look very nice and clean. I'm sure it's going to get rid of that powder though once you start to use it, so eventually it will wear down, but it is nice to have a black one to begin with. Then we've got a silicone sucker, much like the iFixit kit, very similar, slightly smaller, but that'll help you if you're going to get screens off your phones, for example. Going to the bottom of the kit, we have got the spudges. These are designed to break before your device does as well, so they are good to have if you are trying to open up, especially the size of phones. I've opened an iPod Classic with one of these, and I did find that one broke, but it's to prevent any damage on your device. They are meant to do that, so very good things to have. And then on the right hand side, we've got some like the plectrum openers that you have a very similar style with the iFixit ones as well. This one's actually got some wear. When I opened the Nokia of my mum's phone recently, I used one of these to get the adhesive off the screen in conjunction with the little suction cup to take the screen off, and they are very good. Going on to the actual screw bits, we've got 20 short ones and then we've got 6 longer ones. I do like to see that there are some longer ones included, because I've found myself in scenarios where I've been using the iFixit kit and then the width on the end of the actual screwdriver is slightly too long to get into the recess of the recessed screw. So then I've had to wait until I could get in to get like these screws, for example, that I've got a longer tip on them to begin with. So it is very handy to have some longer ones in there, especially for the most commonly used bits. We've got most of the commonly used ones there. There's a security bit as well, so we have got some more speciality bits included. Like I said at the start, we have got the full list there if there's a specific one you're looking for. So then last but not least, the main article, we've got the screwdriver itself. There you can see the little magnetic base, so when it goes into the case it will connect and then start to charge, obviously when it's plugged in. Putting the little tip in, they are magnetized as well, so they're not going to go anywhere. Turning it on, you have got an LED ring light as well, so you're not going to get any shadows when you're actually looking at what you're screwing. On the bottom we've got a setting for torque control, so for example 1, if I was to hold this, I can get it to stop, whereas 2, it will just keep spinning and chew up my fingers, so it will keep going if you've got something that really needs torquing down. I also do like the fact that you can use this manually as well. For example, some older text that's been sat around for ages can be a bit difficult to get started off, so it's nice that you can manually twist that to really put some force into it. So nice little touch. Last but not least, in the bottom right hand side we have got a magnetizer and a demagnetizer. Some things that are quite handy, especially if you've got certain bits that you're doing very fiddly stuff with, you can magnetize your tip, so it makes life easier. And then another thing I did notice, we've got a SIM remover tool bit, which is really handy. I don't think there is one in the iFixit kit. I have to use something that's basically as close as I can find to the width. That looks fairly close, but it does kind of taper out, so to have a longer stem for purposely SIM ejection, it's really quite good. Another thing I just want to touch on is the magnet on the bottom. Obviously when it's in the case it's going to charge, but you've got no option to charge it when it's out. I would like to see like maybe a little magnet attachment to then the USB-C adapter. Then you can easily use it while you charge. You could put it in a power bank in your pocket and still be able to use it. I think it would be quite a good touch rather than having to put it in the case and waiting for it to charge. Let's just pop this in like that, just clips in nice and easily. But a very cool little design. Obviously I need to get rid of that sticky mark on there, but I do like the form factor as well. Let's just compare the height. Quite a drastic difference in form factor when they are all put together. Another thing to notice is that the case takes 1 hour and 60 minutes to charge the screwdriver fully. No idea of how long that'll actually last you though, but I'm guessing a couple of hours I'd hoped for. So I've got both now on the table just so you can do a little comparison. iFixit kit are known and loved. Obviously they're the most commonly used toolkits. I love all my iFixit kits. I think they are really great quality. They are quite expensive, but you do get the long-lasting longevity out of them, and everything is made really well. We have seen, like for example, Linus Tech Tips did a iFixit versus the like Wish versions, and they did come out on top on whatever they were trying. They are really well made. The Ho2 kit has really impressed me actually. I was initially thinking it's not going to have as many bits, which it doesn't, but it does have some of the ones like this one here, for example, which is a security Torx with the hole in the middle. This is a perfect one for opening Xbox controllers if you want to change the LED, something I used to do when I was younger. That's the one you're going to need for that. So it's nice to see that you have got the more precision or specialist parts included, just not as many sizes obviously as the iFixit kit, but you have got the ones for the very niche things in there, which is great. So last thing, the price, like I said at the start, the Ho2 is 78. iFixit kit is cheaper at £69, but you now can get an electric screwdriver as well, so if you do want to have a very similar experience to this one, but iFixit, you can get that. So overall will be £10 more than this, but this is a great small little form factor, of course, and you've got everything that you will need. But if you do need those slightly larger or different size specialist bits for iFixit, then obviously you're going to have to go for that. But hopefully this has given you enough of an idea to help you decide which is better for you. But a great little kit from Ho2. I will put the links in the description if you want to pick one up. Any more questions, comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you. Thank you to Ho2 for sending this out for me to look at. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.